Hi everyone, and welcome to the Mindful Business Conference 2016 speaker briefing video. I'm Eric Randolph, the conference producer for this year's event.
And I'm Elizabeth Russell, the content producer for this year's event.
We couldn't be more thrilled to have all of you with us this year at the inaugural Mindful Business Conference. First, let's talk a little bit more about what's in store. This year, we are so excited to welcome more than 40 people from nearly as many different companies as speakers.
Your fellow delegates are coming from 4 different countries: the US, UK, France, and South Africa.
We have over 17 different industries represented, with people speaking from manufacturing, defense, finance, insurance, and many more.
Your Masters of Ceremonies are none other than Jim Gimian of Mindful Magazine and Jeremy Hunter from the Drucker School of Management.
And most importantly, we have you. Our speakers are truly what sets us apart as a world-class event, bringing the conversation on mindfulness in the business world into an entirely new light. During your time at the conference, you'll be surrounded by a community of your peers who are just like you. Industry leaders, professionals, and innovators, all experts, and all with exciting stories that we know the audience will love. And that's why you're here. To give you an idea of the company that you'll be in, let's take a quick look at this year's agenda. Here you can see the keynotes that we have lined up for this year. We're incredibly excited to have all of them joining us, sharing their stories. Moving into our breakout sessions, Track 1 on days 1 and 2 will be the talent development and the changing culture tracks. Tracks 2 will be the leadership track on day 1 and the communication track on day 2. Track 3 will be the search inside yourself high performance track on day 1, and on day 2 the tools and techniques track. And on day 1 we will also have a 4th track featuring stories from some of our vendors highlighting their solutions. I also want to take an opportunity to thank you for the incredible contributions you've made to the Mindful Business Toolkit. I know it was a little bit of extra work to ask from each of you, but I really think that this is the first time that anyone has brought together this much practical and hands-on information to give our delegates the tools that they need to bring mindfulness into their own organizations. So thank you so much for helping us out with that. Now, on to the rest of the logistics, and of course, our goal is to make you as comfortable as possible, so sit back and listen while Liz and I take you through the rest.
At the Eventful Group, we make sure that you have a whole team to help get you through the door and on stage. It's important that you come to your presentation 5 to 10 minutes early and have all of your videos and audio embedded. If anything has changed with your presentation, please make sure to get your latest to the AV team in the room. Also be sure to introduce yourself to your team. A staff member from the Eventful Group will act as your room monitor. It's their job to get you whatever you may need throughout the presentation, whether it be more seats or water. They'll also be walking around the room to do Q&A.
Each track will have one person acting as the track chair for the entire day. The track chair is truly an integral part of your support team. Every track chair has been chosen specifically for their experience and dedication to the field. It's their role to introduce you and your presentation, to welcome the audience to the room, and to communicate any housekeeping issues that might arise. They'll also be the ones who are in charge of keeping track of time, which is a very important part to keeping the entire conference on pace. Now, it's up to you as a speaker to decide how you'd like to use your speaking time. Generally, though, speakers choose to leave about 5 minutes at the end for Q&A. So 35 minutes of speaking in a 40-minute session or 55 minutes in a 60-minute session. However, it's up to you, and you can leave as much or as little time as you'd like for questions. You should communicate your plan to your track chair, though, as they'll be the one who helps you facilitate Q&A.
Each room will have an AV specialist that's there to ensure that you are plugged in, synced up, and ready to go. For your presentation, you'll have access to a laser pointer, a slide advancer, and a lapel mic or headset. Coming into your session early will allow us to demonstrate each of those to you. You're also going to have a digital timer, which will show you how much time you have left in your presentation. It's important that you use this to keep track of your time. Even though your track chair will also be helping you track time, this is going to allow you to see where you are throughout your presentation. Remember, 40 minutes for each is sacrosanct.
One of the aspects of eventful conferences that we are incredibly proud of is our Speaker's Corner. This is an actual physical location that we designate in each venue where speakers go after their presentations to interact, mingle, and connect with the audience. Not every audience member gets to ask their question during a presentation, and not everyone gets to go to every session that they wanted to. So this is an opportunity for people to meet the speakers and hear some more about their stories in a more personal one-on-one conversation. We'll let you know where the actual location is for the Speaker's Corner once we get to the event.
As one last note, we'd love to capture some of your thoughts and feelings, as well as your key takeaways throughout the conference. We'll be collecting video clips throughout, so if you're interested in doing an informal interview, please see one of our staff. We'll also be hosting a speakers gathering Monday morning at 7:15 at the Event Center. This is going to give us a chance to answer any of your last-minute questions amongst a complimentary breakfast.
And that takes care of all of it, so have no fear. We'll be here to communicate any issues or changes that come up, and we'll make sure to tell you about those throughout the conference. Also, any Eventful Group staff member will be happy to help you with anything that you need. If you have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate to email me at eric.randolph@theeventfulgroup.com.
See you in New York!
See you in New York!